What's going on? Gomer Simpson's back again for another story time. There's not a whole lot of stories in the news now to talk about, so we're gonna touch base on how I was refusing to touch grass last year and how that inevitably led to me ballooning up to about 300 pounds. And my mindset to get away from that. I'm about 220, 215 to 222, fluctuating in between there. Still voice crack, you know. And it doesn't matter how much weight you lose. Doesn't matter how old I get. Voice cracking is always going to be a part of my Batman utility belt, I guess. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoy. Comment down below if you guys have any tips, motivation. No, this is a topic that definitely hits for a lot of people. So let's go ahead and begin. I was always a chubby little boy, right? Growing up. Due to, well, lack of discipline, not eating the best. I was active as a kid, I just didn't eat too well, and that led to me looking like this. I think this was in 8th or 9th grade. So my brother, we were getting ready for a high school concert. A dashing young fellow there, huh? And I think at that point I was about 230, 240 is what I estimate, because I had a physical for the baseball season, and I think that was around that time. Granted, again, I'm 5'11", 6 foot on Tinder right now, so I probably was like 5'8", 5'9" at that time. Not a great look, you know, not the best archetype. If you were to make yourself in a video game, I probably don't want to look like that. Looks like a fucking Kirby from those games, right? Well, at close pigmentation, let's be real. And anyway, I eventually lost that weight. That was in sophomore year. I got down to 180, and well, you know, see these photos here. I eventually worked myself back up, and here's the issue. So again, some of you guys know from stream lore, I grew up in a very small town of 800 people in rural Minnesota. I currently live in Minneapolis. I'm not going to tell you we're in Minneapolis, but Minneapolis. And the biggest thing for me moving down here, we didn't have delivery, we didn't have DoorDash, we didn't have any of that shit, right? So you kind of had to go out and get food or make it at home. Nobody even did delivery where we were at, so you physically had to move yourself from your house or cook your damn self, which made it a bit harder. But once I moved down here and I saved up a decent amount of money, best believe I was door dashing. Postmates is garbage. Don't ever fucking use Postmates. It is terrible. I used Postmates one time. I looked, a McChicken is like $2.50 on Postmates. That shit's on the dollar menu, not the $2.50 menu. Is that a new thing? I don't think so. Postmates is terrible. Use DoorDash if you're going to use any. Don't recommend it, but DoorDash is better, certainly. And Popeyes. I never had Popeyes. I had assimilated myself. You could tell I was a Popeyes fiend. The chicken sandwich. It was a perfect, you know, kind of came out right when I moved down to Minneapolis. And that's kind of what I'm saying. I had excess money. I was not used to it. And I didn't have to leave my house. I could literally just get that sent to my apartment, and it led to a bad situation of me not being very active and, you know, just eating shitty food. If we're going to talk about some calorie crusades, because good lord, did I put some food down. I elbow drop from the top rope some food. There was a couple instances where McDonald's, I don't know if they still do it, but they had, I think it was 40... McNuggets, Christ, I can't think of the name, and 2 large fries, and it was great deals, like $20. You'd be a fool not to order this, because a regular 10 pieces, you know, with tax ended up being like $10 anyway. So growing up having to be frugal with money, I would be, you know, foolish, like I said, not to make that order. So of course I did eat that all in one sitting. Which I didn't feel good, and that was kind of the problem. I don't know why I kept eating. I just couldn't stop. I felt sick afterwards, but I'll be damned if I didn't put all that food away. Another thing, Papa John's used to do this. They don't do it anymore. Domino's does. They do 2 medium deal for $12. So by the time you know, like the delivery and tip is added in. It's like 20 bucks for 2 medium pizzas. And I would finish that all in one night. There wouldn't be a morsel, a schmeckle left by morning. And it was terrible. And this wasn't just like a once instance. This started to happen like once a week, once every 2 weeks, and I still wasn't being active. So these things leading into each other, you kind of get what I'm saying. If you eat 2 medium pizzas for one meal, you're probably going to gain weight, statistically speaking, right? And that was my problem. And then, of course, just not being active. And eventually, I lost a little weight, but I inevitably gained it all back when I got to be like 290 was the highest, about 300. Of course, you know, there was also COVID, which was a contributing factor. There wasn't as many things to go out and do because a lot of things were closed. So it kind of put my mind at, okay, we'll just stay home then. You know, we won't do stuff. And of course, that led me to burning few calories and eating excess for, you know, what my body needed, which obviously means I'm going to gain weight, and a lot of weight at that. Like I said, nearly 300 pounds. So now I guess we'll talk about how I got down from that. So I weighed in at that 290 mark. That was Christmas. Because I remember, I had no idea. I've talked about this before. I don't usually care what my weight is at, because I don't do fucking wrestling. Does it really matter? You know, if I'm, you know, 220 like I am now, or 225? I don't give a damn. You know, who cares? 5 pounds is negligible. You're not going to notice it. My girlfriend isn't going to feel it when we're doing missionary. So, not a huge deal. But anyway, I remember I just looked. I was at somebody's place, and they had a scale, and I was curious. So I go ahead and weighed myself. Good Lord. 290. I was, wow. I did not expect that. I had no idea. My honest guess would have been like 260 because I knew I gained weight. Pretty obvious, but never would have guessed 290 would have been the result that I would have saw on that scale. I don't think it was broken. Fuck, I think I might have damn near broke it. But, you know, that was kind of the tipping point that made me realize, okay, we got to get this shit under control. So what I did first off was start to think about what I'm eating. And to this day, the biggest thing for me is just cut out those crap foods, right? Talking about snacks. I don't keep, because I still do have some similar tendencies, where if I keep bags of chips around, even if I plan on only eating a smaller portion, I can't control myself always, which is a bad habit, but I think a lot of people are like that. This is a good way to kind of point it out. 2 ounces of chicken breast is the equivalent to about 12 chips for about any brand. Think about that next time you reach for those Doritos. Not that you can't have them, just find some way to control it, because that's an issue that I have. Yeah, I don't care if I was to have 12 Doritos. The problem is when I go for, 212 Doritos. But yeah, the first thing I did was try to cut out those and then just start moving, just start walking. Started to make several trips going to the grocery store, just get a little bit more active. And I eventually lost some weight. I think I kept a chart here. I don't feel like pulling it up, too lazy. Lost a good amount of weight. Eventually I got down to like 250 and I was like, damn, this is noticeable progress. I see a difference, like looking at myself, and I feel the difference. I have more energy, I feel better. And eventually I started going to the gym, got a gym membership, and just kind of these things has brought me to where I am now. And then what I eat as well, which is a little weird, I would say. I eat essentially the same thing every night, which is chicken breast with yellow rice. Yellow rice is essentially salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, turmeric, and cayenne. You can add more stuff if you'd like. I eat that every single night, and it still slaps. To this day, I've not gotten tired of it. It's been like 2 months. I really hope that day does not inevitably come. That's going to be unfortunate. But yeah, working out is something that I enjoy a lot. Lifting in particular, a lot of people, because I posted a couple progress photos on Twitter, and a lot of positivity from you guys, which I really appreciate. which I really appreciate. And I've also gotten a fair amount of DMs of people asking, like, what did you do? I've been kind of in the same situation as you were. What did you do to get over the hump, to finally get yourself motivated to go and lose the weight? And really, for me, it's lifting. I don't do a lot of cardio. I walk to the gym each day, which is about a 30-minute walk one way, so an hour in total. Fuck it, that's my cardio, man. I'm not going to go on the treadmill. That's okay. I also walk the dog, just do other stuff, hanging out with friends, whatnot. So I get plenty of movement on top of lifting, where I don't feel like I have to do cardio, because I don't like it, man. I don't like going on the treadmill. And I feel like if I start doing that, I'm not gonna want to start going to the gym, like 5 times a week like I normally do. And that's what I enjoy. I feel better when I go to the gym. I feel a little sore, but a good sore, you know what I mean? One more thing I definitely want to touch on, though, is you can absolutely still have fun foods. That's a big thing that I always point to, again, to people who've asked, what have I done that helps keep me on this path? Because I've been clean pretty much this entire year, which has been about 10 and a half months now. And another thing is I eat clean at home. So when I go out on a date, when I go hang out with friends, when I go to the state fair, sure, I'll eat fried cheese. We got this like huge ass thing of cheese curds. It was like a sampler, $20. Lord knows how many calories, but that's the thing. I eat healthy at home, so I don't have to worry about how many calories are in what I eat when I'm away, when we go out to dinner. I don't have to think, oh, you know what, I really want this burger, but how many fucking calories are in it? Ooh, I wonder. Let me look on my phone. It's peace of mind, and also knowing I work out, so that's also going to help burn calories. So that's my approach. It's worked for me. Eat well at home, and then you can afford to have some more liberties when you go outside of your home. Cheat meals, so to speak. So that's what's been working for me. That's just kind of going to wrap up this video. Not much else to say. If you guys have any other questions on what I've been doing that I didn't cover, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Good luck to all of you. I've heard back from a couple of you guys who initially said something. I think I posted in June that you guys are making good progress. So fuck yeah, keep it up. Glad to see everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. More videos coming soon. Again, let me know what you guys want to see on the channel going forward. Gomer's in a happy place. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Here comes out. Yeet.